So I'm just gonna go. I'm just off. That's complete. Do the trick and invert. We're just gonna call this light box for now. It really doesn't matter what you call it. So I'm just gonna go. I'm just off. That's complete. Do the trick. Call this. I mean, you can name it. You can name it Peter. Whatever floats your goat. So first off, we are going to import a cube with a Minimator cube texture. I saved one of these on my desktop. You can find these in the Minimator directory. If you go into the data folder and then into the textures folder, you should be able to find this PNG file. Now make sure to check. Now make sure that you have map texture selected. So what we see right now is this. We're going to go to the library and invert this. As you can see, now once we get inside of it, we can see each direction. So what we're going to do to this cube is we're just going to make it pretty big. We're going to turn off fog and cast shadows and SSAO. It's supposed to not have anything. You're not supposed to see this at the end of the animation. We're going to put the rotation point to 0. Supposed to see this at the end of the animation. We're going to put the rotation point to 0, positions and everything just to 0. It has to be at the exact middle of the animation. Now we're just going to make it fairly big. 1000 should do the trick. That you can see where each spotlight is coming from. And yes, I'm saying spotlights because that's what we're going to use for the effect. For now, I'm just going to turn off these things. You don't need to use, you don't need to turn them off. It's completely up to you. I'm just going to turn off these things. You don't need to use, you don't need to turn them off. It's completely up to you. But we are going to get the spotlights, or the effect creators. So importing a spotlight is pretty easy. You just click on the little workbench. You see a picture of a spotlight, so you click on it, you click on create, and we need about 6 of these. We're gonna parent this one. Oh, that's the cube. I always selected the wrong thing. We're gonna need about 6 spotlights. First, we're gonna parent one to this cube. As you can see here, it's parented to the cube. Now it should be here. Yes, here it is. I can barely see it because everything's so bright. I suggest turning down the brightness on the cube for now, so you can see the actual spotlights because they're white. Anyway, I suggest turning down the brightness on the should be here. Yes, here it is. I can barely see it because everything's so bright. I suggest turning down the brightness on the cube for now so you can see the actual spotlights because they're white. Anyways, we're going to start with the first spotlight. Now, the order you do this in really doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna start with the front. We're gonna make sure that every spotlight we make faces inside, as in, or faces to the middle of the animation. So, since this one is going to be here, it's gonna have to face this way. So we're just gonna make sure that it's, I think it should be at 8. Yes, if it's at 8, it's at the edge of the block, or the cube. As you can see here, we are going to bring it a teeny bit closer. Oh, it actually it doesn't matter how we do this because the cube doesn't cast shadows anyways. So that's our first spotlight. Now we're gonna name it according to where it is. So we're gonna name this one front. Now lights for spotlight, as in spotlights because they're white. And make sure that it's, I think it should be at 8. Yes, if it's at 8, it's at the edge of the block. Or the cube. It's gonna have to face, should be at 8. Yes, if it's at 8, it's at the edge of the block, or the cube. As you can see here, we are going to bring it a teeny bit closer. Oh, it doesn't matter how we do this, because the cube doesn't cast shadows anyways. So that's our first spotlight. Now we're gonna name it according to where it is. So we're gonna name this one front. Now we need to copy the spotlight six times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we have to copy it 5 times. There have to be 6 of them. Now this is going to be the annoying part, but we need to bring these all into positions. To make this easier, I'm going to put the grid size on 8. Make sure that with all the other spotlights, it spots here and here. Now, this doesn't take that long, but it's still kind of an annoying process, which is why I'm also going to show you how to export this as a rig, so you don't constantly have to make this again. So, one thing that's very important right now, do not go in here. Just don't. First, we are going to go to the settings, go to the render settings, and put spotlight on very small. It has to be on very small for this to work, because this technique utilizes a glitch in Minimator that when the shadow resolution becomes too low, the spotlights aren't able to cast any more shadows, making them go through schematics, creating the effect, or the illusion of global illumination. What we're going to do right now is we're going to go on light and make sure that range is as far as it can go. This makes the resolution even lower. So it's on a one with a bunch of zeros. Now we're going to turn up the radius as well. What you should have right now is it looking the exact same like this. What you should have right now is it looking the exact same like this. There's barely any lighting because it's covering all the shadows. I don't know how to explain it, but to test out how the rig looks right now, we are going to import a schematic. Just a simple is being shined at by spotlights. That's because we